Well, we've got quite a decent storm, so I've turned up to see what's going on. See, the drainage channel there is blocked up, so that's not working very well. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of water coming off the roof, as you can see, and you can also see that there's a nice dry area alongside the house, on this side anyway. It's a little bit damp from splashing backwards. And there is a little bit of damp along the edge here actually. I reckon that's just a little bit of blowback from the wind, because it's actually not. Yes, I can feel splashes on my legs as I'm standing next to the wall. But the main body of water is staying away from the house, so that's very good. Same around here. There is splashing on the wall down here, and there is damp along the edge a little bit anyway, and I can feel it on my legs as I'm standing here from the wind and the splashing. But by and large, this is draining very well actually. I always knew there'd be some splashing against the wall, which is why it had to be good external paint. But the actual water flow is keeping well away from the house. And despite the fact that it does still pool around the area a little bit, it is flowing past the house and round the corner. We haven't got a significant amount of rain. It's not really a monsoon storm this, so we haven't got the flow of water down through this back garden, someone's back garden here, that we can get on occasions in the monsoons, and it comes tearing through here. So although we have got the drainage working well down the side here, down the narrow area, it's mainly water from the roof that's going down here. There isn't actually anything coming down from the house behind us. This is my handiwork from the other day. All the bottle tops that we used. I don't know who's home. The doors are open. They shouldn't be. That'll just let the animals in, won't it? Well, I've closed that off, so there's nobody in there at the moment. So as expected, the water's making its way down the edge of this wall really, and then because of the way this new area joins with the old, it's coming across and then it's coming down here, and then when it gets to this area it's spreading out a little bit, as you can see, and then it's going over the edge into the adjacent temple grounds, which is what it's always done. Yeah, we've got a steady flow down there. That makes its way down, so that's all working. It's early days yet to have to clean that out. Good. Well, that's not too bad. I want to come back here when it's really monsoon-like, but basically it's working. The drainage is working, and the house is not getting soaking wet. It's just getting a little bit of splashing from wind blowback, really. Pleased with that. And in the last 3 weeks the cactus has really sprouted as well. Having had to cut bits off that were falling over and deciding to replant some of it at the new house, the ones I replanted in the new house, which were a combination of going into the earth underneath the stones and using a couple of pots, every single one of them has sprouted new plants. And so has this one. This one, since it was watered and cut back, you can see I had to cut a great big piece off here, and I have had to support it whilst it basically fills up with water again and grows a little bit. But yeah, we've got lots of babies. A couple there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, one there, that's a baby. It's a really big one, I know, but that is a baby. So despite the fact that that was looking pretty shrunken and damaged, it's come back well, so I'm very pleased with that. Not only that, I'm very pleased that I know how to transplant them now, so most of those bits on that one there will get transplanted into the new house, because by and large cactus are maintenance free. Right, you can see how the water is coming down through this neighbour's garden. It's winding its way down, and then it's actually pooling here, and guess what? It's going out of that hole, and that's why that's collapsed, because all the water from the neighbour's house has been gathering here, and over the last couple of years or so it's been stressing the wall out more and more. Although we did have a problem with a big lorry that came in here to deliver something. Apparently it went too close to the wall, and everything started to move, so that added to the problem. But as I've always said, it's a single skin wall, it's never going to stand up to anything much. This road out here is normally in really torrential rain. It's an absolute river, and they've built a drain across here now, and you can see there's a substantial amount of water pouring out of there, even though this isn't a monsoon yet. And then they've got a ditch going along there, and I've actually dug out the ditch by the monument deliberately, making it slightly deeper and wider and clearing it of all the rubbish to cope with the water flow, because we don't want this to be a problem for the monument's foundations, because basically it hasn't got any. So let's just go and have a quick look, seeing as there's quite a lot of water actually going down there at the moment. This was absolutely full of leaves. Some leaves have been taken out, I think, by people, judging by what I'm seeing on the edges, but a lot of them have just been washed away. I'm getting absolutely soaked, but it doesn't really matter because it's warm. The water's obviously not hot, but it's not freezing cold like it is in the Western countries, and the air's warm, so right, so I started digging out from about there, basically making it wider and deeper, and that's working well. It's the water's been taken away very, very nicely around the corner. And then it spreads out further down there, so we only really dug it out until about there, and then it got quite wide, so I thought, well, that's fine, because when it gets to there it can do its own thing. It's well away from the monument. And Tartar and Suntare's father's monument here has been cleaned in the last couple of days. And the flowers have continually been watered, so none of them have died, which is fantastic. We're now coming into the time of year when we don't need to worry about watering so much, because we're going to get regular rainfall, even though we might have a week or two relatively dry and hot. We get these big storms, so all of this should be self-watering now. And there's been a new monument built just next to us, apparently for another bone ceremony that occurred recently. So that's quite a neat one as well. I don't know whether they're going to bother tiling it like we have, but that's a nice monument. Slightly plainer than ours, but very well set up. There's still room for one more in between. Yes, so that fresh monument apparently is not someone who's died recently. It's someone who's died sometime in the past, and they've moved their bones from one part of the cemetery. The pot was probably put into the wall, and the family have now decided to create a monument, a big monument, and put the bones inside that. Right, that's it. Oops, slipping on the sand here. Good. Good, all is well in the house, everything's dry, no leaks, and no water touching the walls to speak of. Happy with that.